Hi everyone. This section will be focused on using Linux and Bash. We will be using Linux for all the computing platforms that we offer. This includes both high-performance computing and machine learning. So it is very important for you to know how to use Linux and Bash. If you haven't used Linux before, here is a good opportunity for you to get started. If you already know how to use pipe and vim, you can skip ahead to the next video. In Linux, you can also get a graphical user interface like this, but it is faster just to use the terminal. In this section, we will be starting with basic operations, such as moving file and editing text. Muscle memory is very important, so make sure you get a copy of Linux or get a bash shell to try out these commands. You can practice using any distro of Linux. If you are using Mac, you can use the Terminal app. If you are using Windows, you can use Linux subsystem for Windows, or Docker to give you access to a bash shell. Please try to recognize these shortcuts. This is Ctrl D, Win key plus D, and then this is Alternate plus D, Ctrl Shift plus D, Escape key, F1 to F12, and then backspace, Enter. So let's open the terminal. We'll start from file and directories. To list the file in the directory, command is ls. It stands for list. Here you can see that my directory has two files. To list more property of this file, we type ls-l. The property will show user, ownership, size, last edit, and also the file name. To get a human readable size, we type ls-lh. File start with a dot is hidden. To show file with a dot, type ls-a. You can see there is a dot hidden file here, which is not visible when typing ls alone. To list some other directory, you can ls the directory name. For example, I have a directory here, and then we can see the content under this directory. The second thing we want to do is to move around the directories. To know the current directory, type pwd. To go into a directory, type cd, the directory name. To go to the parent directory, type cd ... If you type cd, it goes to the home directory. Sometimes you want to go into another directory and then go back. Here is how you do it. Push D into other directory, and then pop D to get back to the original directory. You can do this recursively. To check all the directory on the stack, type dirs, means directories, and then go back using pop D. The next step is to make some directory and files. To make a directory, type mkdir, means make directory, and you can see a directory is created. To create an empty file, type touch, the file name. You can see the file example is being created. To move a file, use mv. To copy a file, use cp. And to remove a file, use rm. In Linux, we don't have the recycle bin. If you remove a file, it's gone forever. We can also remove a directory using rmdir. To recursively remove a directory with all subdirectory and files, rm-r. Without the -r option, rm cannot remove a directory. We'll move on to viewing text. Here we have two text files. Cat a file prints the content of the file from its beginning. And tag a file, which is the reverse of cat, print the file from its end. Head the file to see the first few lines, and tail the file to see the last few lines. The option N specifies how many lines you want to see. So if -n1, you can only see one line. Use grep to search for text in a file. Sort to sort a file in alphabetical order. WC to check the word count. It is number of character, number of word, and number of lines. Text editors. I'll show you two editors, Nano and Vim. They are editors with a lot of features. I'll just show you the basics. The first is Nano. Nano a file to open it. Use the arrow to move around, and then just type text as usual. Ctrl K to custom text. Ctrl U to paste it back. To write the file, press Ctrl O. To exit the editor, press Ctrl X. Another editor is Vim. Vim the file to open it. Use the arrow keys to move around. Press I to start inserting. When you are done, press Escape. To save and quit, press :Q. You can see the changes saved. To quit without saving, type :Q!! Vim is very powerful. If you want a full tutorial, you can try Vim Tutor. To quit Vim Tutor using the same trick, :Q, enter. There are also other editors that looks like Vim, for example less. You quit using the same key, :Q. To access other computer, use SSH. SSH your username and the remote host name. You will be prompted to enter your password. After enter your password, press enter. We'll go into more advanced topic. The first one is I/O redirection, also known as pipe. Head -N6 show you the first 6 lines of the file. If you pipe it to tail -N1, it gives you only the 6th line of the file, which is an empty line. We can also tell the last 2 lines, which is these 2. Here, this character is the pipe. We can use one right-angle bracket to pipe the output of program to a file. 2 angled brackets append to the file. One left angle bracket pipe the file into a program. 3 angled bracket pipe what you type into the program. If you want some more help of the command, usually type --help. In the help text, you can see most of the options. For even more detail, you can man the command. You quit the man page also with :Q. That's all we are going to cover for Bash Basics. See you in the next video.